central Lviv on Christmas Day, and it seems that it was quite fitting that I chose to bring Flashman as my wartime reading materials rather than a copy of, I don't know, something that would have felt poetically pertinent like Anthony Beevor's seminal Stalingrad tome. I decided to bring Flashman, a legendary rascal, coward and scoundrel, complete wretch, and, well, one of the first things that happened getting off the bus was, well, first the air raid siren was turned off. That was wasn't unnerving because nobody reacted to it. It was just one of those slightly bizarre moments that you watch in a detached way amid the surreal dreamscapes that we call normality. Blessed and cursed to live in these interesting times. Well, some girl put a wristband on my wrist, and I suppose it's fitting that I showed a touch of a Flashman rather than, I don't know, the normal reactive process of a non-dysfunctional creature, human mammal, you know, rather than being someone of whom it can't be said he is not somebody of whom you can't say he isn't mentally unrobust. You know what I mean? What's that? 6 double negatives? So now I need 7 positives. Well, anyway, this girl, yeah, I just exchanged some currency, and I had it in my head somehow that not having all that much on very finite resources in an alien country and culture mid-war, and en route to volunteer now, and having not slept since the 23rd of December. Lots of travel, bit of alcohol en route, and not being able to sleep at all on the coach. And the coach was something like 14 hours because it took us 6 or 7 hours to get over the border this morning. And to my eternal shame, which is what marks me as a discrepant creature, a Flashman, I suppose. To my eternal shame, I thought that 200 Hryvnia, or the 200 Ukrainian currency UAE, was 200 United Arab Emirates. You know what I'm saying? You can detect the aroma of my culinary efforts, I'm sure. But anyway, I had it in my head it was 50 quid, and I didn't want to give her 50 quid because the way it's going, I mean, that's going to be 4 nights in a hotel before I enlist or find a decent volunteering gig, whatever I can stir myself to with my spaz-frazzled space cadet fucking spasmoid nervous system, post-torture being a crumbling sandcastle of a man. And another girl came, and she was really sweet, and she couldn't really speak English, but all my cash was in the same place, and I was fumbling and flapping like a, pissed up octopus trying to get a bra off, trying to remove a brassiere. I was, after, the 3rd bottle of Baileys, where everything's going a bit fucking doolally. And then another girl came, and she could speak English, but she was maybe willfully unhelpful, but she just gave me that, that sort of Slavic look of contempt wrapped in a scowl. And yeah, what can I say? Madness, like a bloodstained spilling warm. I just stormed off on him. Couldn't take that face. I was full of rage. Just the contemptuous eyes. I mean, fucking hell, if ever 2 eyes needed gouging out. Awful creature. But then it occurred to me down the road that actually, but whatever I managed to get out of my pocket, whatever the small notes were, perhaps 50 UAE. I'm not sure, but that might not be entirely too much, because my phone My Ukrainian SIM card cost, what, 150, a Kyiv star. So a third of that. Yeah, I don't know how I got it in my head that 200 is £50. I think because I exchanged £50 and 50 zloty, but I don't know, £100 is 500 zloty, isn't it? So my mathematics are all to cock, completely doolally. Anyway, so I'm wearing a Ukrainian band of solidarity around my wrist, but I don't know, for all I know, I just gave her, you know, money that's barely worth the paper it's printed on, like a bunch of Cambodian reals or some shit. 50 UAE, I don't know, but hopefully it costs more than than she spent on the fabric of, no, wait, 50 UAE. It's got to be a few pound at least. Maybe not a tenner or whatever like I was thinking, but it's, I don't know, I've got no mental agility, what can I say? Rousing myself to enlist. Need to sleep and find somewhere to sleep, so yeah, I don't know. Bit of a flashman moment. Unlike him though, at least I am troubled. I'm not utterly untroubled by conscience. I am plagued by doolally mistakes of yesteryear, yestermonth and yesterminute. And then it came full circle because I walked a couple of kilometres towards central Lviv, and then the girl who was trying to translate, not the cold-eyed glacial fucking ice queen, but the one who was being quite nice about it. I just saw her and she very sweetly wished me a good day. So, but hey, more hideous things are happening amid the pitiless inclemencies of this war, right? So I'm gonna sleep and unscramble my eggy, twatty brains. But yeah, central Lviv anyway, and a whole lot of prattle. What a whole lot of pish. Wisdom begins in wonder, and only fools are ever certain.